Muscatine City Council will come to order. Begin this evening with a roll call. Fran?
Councilmembers Lorette?
Present.
Fitzgerald?
Present.
Naftig?
Present.
Shahade?
Present.
Bynum?
Present.
Phillips?
Present.
Spread?
Present.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you, Fran. Folks, would you stand and join me in Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and good job. If there's anyone in the audience tonight that has an issue they'd like to discuss with council that is not on tonight's agenda, now would be the time to come forward. And so be it. Item number 5, consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the City Council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes item 6A, items 8A through G, filing of communications, which is item 12A, and tonight's bills totaling $1,577,283.65.
So move, Your Honor.
Motion by Bob. Second?
Second.
Second, Mark. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Okay, moving down to item 7 on the agenda, public hearing. This public hearing concerns the City of Muscatine's proposed 2012 through 2014 Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, or better known as DBE, goals. The Federal Aviation Administration, the Federal Highway Administration, and other federal guidelines require federal grant recipients to expend more than $250,000 in a fiscal year to develop and submit to the appropriate agency a DBE goal, which can now be set for a 3-year period. The City of Muscatine wishes to set a fiscal year 2012 through 14 DBE goal of 5% for those projects receiving federal funds, provided no alternative DBE goal has been identified. Prior to any formal action by City Council, a public hearing is required. Now is the time for the public to comment.
Move to close.
Motion to close, Osama.
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Scott. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Down to item 11 from the City Administrator. Presented for City Council's consideration is the second and final reading of an ordinance amending Title II, Boards and Commissions, Chapter 11, Historic Preservation Commission. The Historic Preservation Commission, established on September 21st, 2000, was composed of 7 members, with all members serving 3-year terms. Because of the special requirements for potential members to have a demonstrated interest or training in historic preservation or related field, the pool of applicants for openings on the Historic Preservation Commission can be more restrictive than other city commissions and or boards. The proposed amendment would reduce the membership of the HPC from 7 to 5 and would also increase the term of each commission member from 3 to 5 years. The proposed amendment would also require that all future applicants and members live within the city limits. Is there a motion to adopt the ordinance on the final reading and to direct for its publication as required by law?
So moved.
Motion by Jeanette.
Second.
Second, Tom. Any discussion, council? So roll call vote beginning with Tom. Or I'm sorry, beginning with Jeanette.
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
Osama.
Aye.
Scott.
Aye.
Phil.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
And Tom.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item B, presented for City Council's consideration, is a resolution authorizing the assessment of unpaid abatement costs to private properties. Periodically, city staff provides to City Council a request for the assessment of nuisance abatement costs against private property owners. At this time, staff is forwarding the assessment list for unpaid abatement costs totaling $29,048.83. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
We'll give that to Tom.
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Phil. Any discussion, council? Also a roll call vote, beginning with Tom.
Aye.
And Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
And Mark?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item C, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution accepting completed work for the Clark House Boiler Replacement Project and authorizing final payment. In September 2012, the City Council approved a contract with Boucher Plumbing in the amount of $49,900 for the replacement of boilers at the Clark House. The work has been completed and inspected by the housing administrator and project engineer. It is now necessary for City Council to accept the completed work and authorize final payment to Boucher Plumbing. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
That would be Phil.
Second.
Second, Scott. Any discussion, council? Okay, a roll call vote beginning with Phil.
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And motion carries 7-0. Item D, presented for City Council's consideration, is a resolution approving the contract and bond for the Mad Creek Sewer Extension Project. 9 bids were received for this project, with a low bid from Cornerstone Excavating in the amount of $994,415. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second Tom. Any discussion, council? Roll call vote, beginning with Mark.
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And Phil.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item E, resolution accepting completed work for the City Hall Boiler Replacement Project and authorizing final payment. Presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution accepting completed work for the City Hall Boiler Replacement Project and authorizing final payment. In March 2012, City Council awarded the bid for this project to J.L. Brady in the amount of $122,279. The project has been completed. There was one change order which resulted in a deduction of $1,460, bringing the final cost to $120,819. It is staff's recommendation City Council accept the completed work and authorize final payment to J.L. Brady. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So move, Your Honor.
That would be Bob.
Second.
And a second, Jeanette. Any discussion, council? Also a roll call vote, beginning with Bob.
Aye.
Osama.
Aye.
And Scott.
Aye.
Sorry, yeah, Scott. Phil.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
And Jeanette.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Every now and then I need to look up and see who's really here. Item F, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution approving Muscatine's fiscal year 2012 through 2014 disadvantaged business enterprise DBE goals. The Federal Aviation Administration, Federal Highway Administration, and other federal guidelines require federal grant recipients to expend more than $250,000 in a fiscal year to develop and submit to the appropriate agency a DBE goal, which can now be set for a 3-year period. The City of Muscatine wishes to set a fiscal year 2012 through 14 DBE goal of 5% for those projects receiving federal funds, provided no alternative DBE goal has been identified. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
That is Phil.
Second.
And second, Tom. Any discussion, council? Roll call vote, beginning with Phil.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
Jeanette.
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
Osama.
Aye.
And Scott.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item G, presented for City Council's consideration is a request to authorize the issuance of a purchase order for the 2012-2013 snow removal services for the Central Business District and city parking lots. 2 bids were received, with the low bid from Bayfield Snow Removal. This company provided snow removal services during the 2011-2012 snow removal season. Their hourly rate has been increased by $5 primarily due to increase in fuel costs. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Bill?
Second.
And a second, Mark. Any discussion, council? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item H. Presented for City Council's consideration is a request to approve the Environmental Protection Agency's amended order for compliance on consent for the West Hill Sewer Separation Project. The city is under a consent order from the EPA to complete the Combined Sewer Overflow, or CSO, elimination and sewer separation by December 31st, year 2024. On August 30th, 2012, the city submitted a letter to the EPA requesting an extension of the consent order because of the financial considerations impacting the city's ability to pay. The EPA has sent an amended administrative order for compliance on consent that requires the city to eliminate the West Hill area CSO by December 31st, 2028. It is necessary for City Council to approve the amended EPA consent order. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
That is Mark, and a second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Scott.
We're
Any
just all
discussion,
pleased.
council?
Yeah, we're just all pleased with the extension.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item I, presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Police Department to approve the purchase of a vehicle. The department looked at 5 vehicles and has chosen a 2008 Buick Lucerne CXL sedan available at Uptown Motors in the amount of $12,495. This vehicle will replace the 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee currently in use. Funding for this vehicle will come from the department's forfeiture account. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
That would be Osama. And a second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Phil. Discussion, council.
What is the vehicle's purpose?
You want to step up to the podium, please?
Please, yes. I believe the question was, what is the purpose of the vehicle?
Yeah.
The vehicles the city or the police department uses that are not marked units, used for a number of things. I currently drive the Jeep Grand Cherokee that you see here as my work vehicle. These vehicles are also used in undercover operations that Patrol Division uses or utilizes the vehicles for those purposes, and are also used as travel vehicles going to and from schools. The 1999 Jeep Cherokee that I currently operate is in pretty rough condition, and we've put a lot of money into it to maintain its level of operation. So it's seeing its years and certainly ready to be replaced.
Thank you.
Anybody else, council? Very good, thank you, officer. I believe this is a voice vote as well, Fran, correct? Those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item J, presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Water Pollution Control Plant to declare furnaces as surplus. Renovations at the Bond and Schley lift stations include the replacement of the furnaces. The 2 furnaces are both Heil 75,000 BTU furnaces that are approximately 15+ years old. Staff is requesting the furnaces be declared as surplus so they can be sold. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
That's Phil.
Second.
Second, Jeanette. Discussion, council?
Is there truly a value for a 15-year-old furnace that's been in a sewage treatment plant lift station?
Well, we certainly have a couple different avenues that we can utilize to try and get a value out of them. If not, we can always
Scrap it?
Scrap metal.
Public service and gov.
So that's what we're going to put them on
Right,
the surplus
And if we
website?
can't, we can always
Okay.
scrap the metal.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else, council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0.
Good question.
Item K, presented for City Council's consideration, is a request to approve the fiscal year 2011-2012 annual financial report. This report includes all budgeted funds of the city and was prepared on a budget basis. Revenues and other financing sources totaling $59,596,188 for the year, and expenditures and other uses $54,480,520. Actual city expenditures in each functional area were within the budgeted amounts as required by the state and with the exception of the debt service expenditures, which exceeded the budgeted amount of $2,124 due to allocated bond issuance insurance issuance cost for refunding the final year of the 2003 general obligation bond issue. I'd repeat that if anyone would want me to.
Got it.
Consider that my challenge for the night. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
Your Honor.
Oh, boy. I'll give that to Phil.
I didn't do it. I think I was the only one, but I would accept that.
And a second by Tom. Any discussion,
Who
council?
got the first?
Pardon?
Okay.
Bob got the motion.
Yeah.
Thank you for offering
Any
that.
discussion, council? You had the biggest smile, Phil.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item L, presented for City Council's consideration, is a request from the Police Department to approve the submission of a grant application to the Muscatine Community Support Foundation, pardon me, in the amount of $20,000. This request is for the cost of outfitting all officers on the department with C50 respirators, and would also cover the purchase of a canister filter for each officer, as well as a haversack for carrying and storage of the mask. The police department's ability to fulfill its role of entering a hot zone and helping get people to safety is crucial to the health and safety of the community as a whole. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
That would be Scott.
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Osama, and discussion, council. No questions about the SAC or anything? Okay. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. And it is now time for communications, council members, beginning with Councilman Lorette.
Thank you, Mayor. Next Tuesday, November 6th, is Election Day. Our right to vote is one of the greatest privileges that we have. And in Iowa, we have same-day voter registration. So if you're not registered to vote, that still isn't an excuse not to go and register and vote. I would ask everyone that is eligible to take time next Tuesday to go to your polling station. And if you don't know where that is, you can check with your auditor's office, find out that information. But please take time next Tuesday and make your voice heard. Thank you.
Phil?
Nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Pat?
I have nothing, thank you.
Osama?
I thank you.
Bob?
Your Honor, of course, I've got something to say. I just want to tell you that it's, the Citizens Fire Academy is finished. It was 8 weeks long. The 8 weeks was very demanding on individuals that may not have been in shape, and I'm not in shape. We all graduated 8 for 8 last weekend. Last weekend for 3 hours that we used the burning trailer, where the heat is a little bit above where you'd normally would put it. You're crawling around in it, trying to find the fire, put it out with a real live water hose. It's really is very, very serious business. Each one of these firemen are fully trained to be able to handle any situation. And I'm proud and very, very happy that they're trained as well as they are, because one of these days it might be me that they're looking for crawling around on a burning building. When each alarm goes off, the adrenaline goes up, they're rushing to the scene, they're giving their all. I mean, they're giving their all, and to save people's lives. It's an honor and a privilege to go through this Citizens Fire Academy. Very much it was a public education on my behalf, on learning what a fire department or the EMTs really do. And I'm sure it's going to be offered again next year. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very good, Bob. Jeanette?
Well, along those lines, I think congratulations to one of our firefighters who became another grandmother recently. And the other thing is, I echo Mark's remarks about Tuesday and voting. It's very, very important for everybody. That's all.
Very good. Thank you. Councilman Spread?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Okay. Greg?
Just one quick note that I mentioned earlier, December 12th, Steve, is the ribbon cutting for the Mad Creek Levee project. We do not have a time yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we do.
Very good. Fran, I was going to go by you, but I've decided, what the heck?
Have fun in China.
Thank you, thank you. And my only comment tonight, folks, is to certainly, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of the council, is to wish former Mayor Evelyn Shawland, who is somewhere in her 90s, yet another happy birthday, which took place yesterday. So, those are my comments. Any other business, council? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Osama, meeting is adjourned.
I don't know, Tom.